Today is October 27th, 2023. Tomorrow is full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, and I want to share something that happened last night as a reminder of how everything is connected and how things layer. So I've had a challenge around like knowing what I want and just making decisions that align with like my heart's true desires. And it's like very frustrating. Like, why is it so hard to know what you want? Last night, I was struggling with this same thing. I had received guidance to start a 42-day journey and stop seeing Tony, a man that I've been involved with on and off for the past 4 years. And I was also guided to take this course around conscious conception and ecstatic birth, which has to do with like clearing all the blocks and opening the channels up for more sexual life force to come through. And it includes, connecting more with your own sexuality and your body, and that of your partner. And I have not felt clear about whether Tony is that partner, and I have not even felt completely clear about wanting a child. And a part of that is because, I want to have a child with a partner, and I don't know, because I don't feel secure in my relationship. And I'm also 44 years old, about to turn 45 soon. So, but yet I was really drawn to this program, and, I just trusted it and thought, well, I can learn, and it will be good for me to take care of my body and connect to myself as if I'm going to have a child, even if I don't, and maybe it will help me become more clear about what I really want. And Tony and I were in a period where we were not labeling our relationship and sort of just seeing each other, and we were being physically intimate. And so in a way I thought, oh, well, maybe we can take this course together. Even if we're not sure if we want to be together and have a child together, we can, work on these sexual practices together and learn. And again, maybe it will help us to reach the next stage, whether that's with each other or with other people or alone. But the guidance I got was to stop seeing Tony romantically, like stop the physical intimacy. And I was confused because a part of me was like, well, this would be, a great opportunity to like explore this together. And we had plans to see each other this weekend. And so I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Are we gonna still see each other, but just be friends, like platonic? Are we taking a break? Is it best not to see each other at all? And I was really confused, and I felt like I needed to decide so I could tell him, what we were doing. And I had so much trouble that I did this thing where I wrote on pieces of paper different options, stay open and continue to be intimate with Tony and take the course together, or stop seeing Tony completely, take the course, but as friends. And I even included, or none of these, or, it's not something I need to know, or it doesn't matter what decision, because that's another thing where I realize I struggle with decisions, and sometimes the lesson is like, it doesn't really matter what you choose. Just choose something and then notice how you feel. So I had all of these pieces of paper and choices, and I closed my eyes and I muscle tested, like, you know, what is the truth? And at first I picked one that said, yeah, stay open, you know, continue to have sex, like, and take the course together. And I didn't fully trust that. So because initially I had received the guidance to stop seeing him. So I didn't fully trust it, and I did it again. And when I did it again, I again picked, stay open and, you know, whatever. So I noticed that a part of me was like kind of excited, like, oh, okay, I don't understand why I originally received the guidance to not see him, but like this feels good. You know, we can continue what we're doing. We can deepen the exploration. But I wanted to check again. So I did it a third time. And the third time I picked 2 different slips of paper that essentially said the same thing in 2 different ways. One was like, the truth is I don't want to be with Tony, and, you know, he's not my like true beloved. And another one said to let the idea of Tony as a romantic partner completely go. I picked both of those. And so then I was like, you know, of course, like, what the fuck? So I did it again. Again, I picked both of those. So this is me, you know, like not seeing what's on the papers. So then I was so frustrated, because it's like, okay, if I'm not meant to ask the question, or I'm not meant to like receive guidance or whatever right now, then to have the muscle test not work, or pick up random pieces. But the fact that I picked the same thing twice each time, like out of many, like 16 different slips of paper, like that's not random, right? I was so frustrated, and I was doing like EFT on myself to be like, okay, even though I'm confused, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, you know, because I was again trying to get to like the core. I know this is not just about this decision, but like, why is it so difficult, and why am I like causing myself so much stress over this? And I found myself, I don't think I've ever done this. I was like yelling really loud to God and the guides, and I was just like, I don't understand what you're doing. Like, if you're going to fucking give me guidance, like, give me the guidance. Like, why are you confusing things, you know? Or if I'm not meant to be guided and I'm meant to just like go on my own thing, then like have things be random, you know? I felt like abandoned. Like, how come, why is this so hard for me? Like, I'm just trying to like do the right thing and like live by what's true for me. And I don't know why it's so hard. And, but I felt super angry and frustrated. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, I felt I was like yelling and screaming at God. So after, my throat still hurts. So after that, I was like, okay, what's the deeper thing here? And I was told to go back to when I was 37. And I don't even remember what was happening at that time. So I looked up like what year it would be, and it was 2015. And so I went through my emails to kind of like remember what was happening at that time. And I came across all these emails about this guy, Steven, who was the last serious relationship I was in before Tony. And Steven and I struggled in that relationship, and had a lot of questions about whether to stay with him or not. And as I'm reading these emails, I'm like, I felt disgusted at myself. Like, there was just so much analyzing, and I just put so much energy and time into like trying to figure out our relationship. I like invested in this like relationship course, an expensive coach.